Hi everybody, Grandma Bev here from Life with Grandma Bev. And I do everything from, hauls from different stores like Dollar Tree, TJ Maxx, beauty boxes, anything people will ask me generally, I'll do a video on if it's appropriate. But what I started out doing my videos on was travel. Well, then, a little incident happened the last couple of years, and I haven't been traveling since. So there's no point in doing the videos. I had to branch out into all those other things I mentioned. However, this week, we're leaving for our first cruise since the virus hit. So, that's prompted me to do a video on critical things that you need to not forget when you go on a cruise. I've got notes here, so I'll be looking down, reading stuff, but okay. An adapter. Number one, if you're traveling outside of the North American and Caribbean region and will be spending any time at a hotel, you'll need to bring a power adapter with you. It's an easy item to forget, as most cruise ships these days offer both North American and European plug sockets, but hotels don't. So I feel it's always just safe. They're little, it's not a huge thing. Just get it, stick it down your suitcase somewhere. You can put it anywhere, and you've got it just in case you need it. Another thing I might mention is like a little extension cord. This is my first time taking a CPAP with us. And I'm not sure, if I'm going to be able to plug it in right next to the bed or what. So I'm bringing a small extension cord, just in case. Band-Aids. Well, you're married to someone like my man. He is always getting cuts and things on him and has no idea where he got them from. I'll look at him and I'll go, "What's that blood on your arm?" "Oh, I don't know." So always bring Band-Aids, and I bring them for me in case, with the walking I'm doing, if I start getting any blisters on my feet. I mean, who wants to walk with a raw blister on their foot, right? Not me. So I always bring them, and half the time I never end up using the Band-Aids, but they're always with me, and I don't bring them in a box. I've got this cute little holder thing that my daughter had made me that I put my meds in, and I put little Band-Aids, and I also bring what I call my medicine cabinet. And I put some in there too. So I've got 3 places I can put them. Alrighty. So next is chargers. For God's sakes, don't forget your chargers. Nowadays, we can't live without our chargers. You need them for if you bring an iPad like I do, the cell phone, which I have to bring because, I'm going to be doing videos. So every evening I'm making sure everything is plugged in. So Bob's kind of in charge of bringing all the chargers for other things that maybe he brings, but I make sure I always grab my little charger to bring with me. An emergency contact list. Now, heaven forbid something happened to you. But you never know. Accidents happen. It's not just the virus you have to worry about. You have to worry about being clumsy like I am and falling and breaking something. And, and what if the person with you, it was my hubby Bob, and he was hurt too? What if we both were in like an accident on the island somewhere, in an old car? It could be anything. You need to have emergency contact on you so that they can call your family person in charge. In my case, it'd be my daughter, so that they can tell you what the scoop is on you. And like I said in another video, always carry a little card that has your medications on it. Carry it like in your wallet or whatever you're carrying on you. Let's see, what that was number 4. I don't think we need to number these, do we? Hand sanitizer and wipes. Well, that just goes without saying. Now, in the days in the past, People used to laugh at me because I always had hand sanitizer and wipes, and I'd be wanting to wipe things down, on the plane. And Bob said, "Oh, they clean it." Well, now nobody laughs at me. I also wanted to wear a mask back then sometimes. Now, you think people would look at me odd? Would look at me thinking, what kind of a disease does she have that she didn't want to spread to us, right? So make sure you I'm bringing plenty of hand sanitizer and wipes. They'll be everywhere I go, somewhere, so I can make use of them. ID. Now, of course, we'll have our passports with us, but we don't take them off the ship. We make copies of our passports to maybe have a little copy of the passport with us, on us. But I also take my driver's license with me. So I've got, the two forms of ID. You can bring birth certificates, required visas, that kind of thing. I mean, sadly they say there's been people that have shown up at the port and didn't have their stuff with them. Now, make sure you've got your vaccine card. I think we never thought us as adults would have to be bringing a vaccine card everywhere with us to prove we've been vaccinated. So bring that. In fact, we've got I should have gotten that out here, a little case. I'm just going to have it down on under my shirt, and I've got the little, what do you call those crazy things? Those things. And it's attached to it, and I'll have it on me. So, masks. Well, I just talked about masks, especially right now when we're getting ready to go. Omicron is rampant. And they are saying that even just wearing a cloth mask might not be enough. So we've got some of the N95s, the KN95s. I've got those, and I'm bringing a couple of cloth ones just to put over them so I'm not walk around with a big white thing on. So I've got double the protection in my eyes. We're going to wear them whenever we're off the ship. We're going to probably wear them when we're walking around the ship. I mean, I've worked hard these last couple of years to not get the darn virus. I don't want to get one on a ship. So, medications, of course, I'm bringing. Normally, I would count out the exact amount of days we're going to be gone, bring just those amount of medications. I'm bringing them all. I'm bringing the whole bottle because, heaven forbid, if somebody gets tested positive for COVID and we have to stay on the ship or we have to quarantine in a hotel after the cruise, I'm going to make sure I've got my meds with me or I could go a little loony. If you think I'm loony, no. So make sure you bring plenty of medications with you. A sweater. Well, we're going to the Caribbean, but the weather could change. The evenings might be cooler. I don't know. It's been a long time since we've been to the Caribbean. So I'm just wearing my a little hoodie, zip-up hoodie on the plane. I've got it with me in case I need it. During the day, I can, tie it around my waist if I'm off the ship, with the arms and stuff, and it's out of my way. So, it's just a simple little thing. And if it starts to rain, because sometimes it does start to pour, all of a sudden a gusher, flip my hood up. I've got my little compact little umbrella that'll be in my purse. And I'll be set. Snack bars and packs. Okay. Well, this week and the last couple of weeks, they've been canceling flights left and right. The main thing we are worrying about is having our flight canceled. So, if they start canceling a bunch of flights, everybody in that airport's going to be trying to find things to eat and all that stuff. I'm bringing some stuff with me. Because, excuse me, you never know. I always bring snack bars because, even when we're on a cruise, if we go on excursions, and if I start feeling a little icky, I bring the little protein bar, a protein bar in my purse. And I've got that I can eat, that helps. So try to bring little snackies. You're not supposed to really bring food off the cruise ship, like fruit or things like that. They frown on that. So, if it's something sealed, like I say, if it's something, each thing is sealed, and make sure you put it in a clear plastic bag. And that reminds me too, back to the wipes. I'm bringing some of the gallon-size Ziploc bags because when I get on that plane, it's going in the back seat, the seat in front of me. So the things that I want to get to the most, like my iPad and my, different things like that, they're going in that plastic bag in the thing. It's not going down in that thing by itself. And then when I leave, I take my stuff out of the bag. I'll leave the bag there, let them take it out. But because who knows what's on that bag. So always bring extra little bags with you. You never know what you can use them for. Okay, now here's something that, I don't need one of the things, but ladies, and it'd be just ladies, tampons and pads. Make sure you bring them because if they have any on the ship, you're going to pay an arm and a leg if you surprisingly need them. And, you don't have to leave them in a big box. Just open the box, slide them in like a gallon plastic baggie, put it in the, one part of your suitcase, the part that comes down, you can have them safely in there, And tampons are easy to stash places. Or you might have potty problems like us older ladies tend to, where you need to wear little liners or things, so in case you laugh or sneeze or cough, you don't have an accident. Okay, next is and I mentioned this briefly, is your vaccination card. Now, you've got to bring that with you, guys. They won't even let you on the ship if you don't have it. So make sure you bring your vaccination card. And I'll re-mention, I got off of Amazon those little, they're plastic. And you can slide it in. It's got a, and I still can't remember the name of those things. It's around my deal, and I'll just stick it down under my blouse, and nobody will be the wiser. Ziploc bags. I already touched on Ziploc bags, so, there's a, you can use it. There's the suggestions here for an impromptu protector for your phone from the sand. If you're hanging on the beach, something to throw your wet bathing suit in if you've got a pack or something. And they're also great, they say, if you want to grab some food from the buffet for a late night snack in your room, or for storing a sandwich if you don't want to give up your prime lounger by the pool at lunchtime. But there's different things you can use the bags for. So, and let's see, did I already mention? Did I mention the? I'll mention it again. Decoy rings. This is not my wedding ring. This is a cheap old little set that came in a, like a wee bargain box, and from Amazon, it had Amazon stuff in it. Somebody wants to steal my rings, go for it. I think they retail for like 20-something bucks. I'm not taking any chances with my wedding ring. And I'm not saying that you're going to be bombarded by pickpockets and things like that, but you might be. Because they look for tourists, because they think all of us Americans are rich. And compared to a lot of them, yeah, we would be considered. So I recommend that you don't wear a lot of jewelry off the ship. I mean, I have other rings too, but I only wear them when I'm on the ship, like for dinner at night, to gussy up a little bit, but I don't wear them off the ship. I don't want to label myself. And that makes me think of something else. Don't wear t-shirts like, say, we're from Seattle area, that say Seahawks or Mariners or anything dealing with where you're from, because then that instantly labels you as being a foreigner. There's plenty of other things, t-shirts you can bring, plain old t-shirts, other graphic t-shirts. Keep them appropriate, though. You don't want to be labeled as dirty Americans or nasty Americans or gross Americans. And above all else, be kind and courteous. Remember, you're a visitor in their country. You can't expect everything to be like we have at home. It's just not that way. So, and they're proud of their countries too. So I just try, if things aren't going quite the way I expect them to, or they don't like, it's like, I'm not going to let myself get mad and have it contribute to, it spoiled my trip. Just go with the flow. And we've been on, what will this be, 20-something cruises. And it's not worth getting yourself upset over, like standing in long lines. And I don't expect to this coming week. But normally, just treat people how you'd like to be treated, and you'll find it goes a long way. Be kind to your room stewards. Now, oh, I said room. Your cabin stewards, because they'll go out of their way to be kind to you. It's not worth it, guys, to be a grouch. And don't expect, well, I'm from America, I should be treated this way. Well, in America, we have this. Or no, you're in somebody else's country. I had a dentist apologize to me in Mexico when I was going to work on my teeth. He says, do you mind if my assistant and I speak in Spanish? Because we can speak faster and easier that way. And I said, of course, it's your country. I shouldn't expect you to have to speak English. I mean, if I want to know what you're saying, I should learn the language. So anyway, I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry. So I may have other videos to do before we leave. I've done a couple of them. I did one on essentials you should remember to bring with you if you're going to the Panama Canal, which we are, which is mosquito repellent. I did a packing my travel-on purse, what I'm packing in it to take with me, like especially off the ship, what I'm not putting in it when I go off the ship, what's hiding on my body. So, I know I'm goofy, whatever. I don't care. Once you get in your 70s, it's like, what the heck? They think I'm goofy. They'll say, oh, crazy old lady. But I've got a lot of experience under my belt. So comments below, share, like, subscribe, and I hope I was able to help some of you have some ideas. I am always watching other people's cruise videos and packing videos because odds are I will find something that they're doing that I hadn't thought of. And that's a good idea. So again, I love you all. Bye.